Destined Rivals, Mega Evolution, and Journey Together, which is actually very cool because it's been a while now since I've opened Journey Together, so that would be a fun change of pace. But I figured since I've been going with the green theme for all the Perfect Order openings recently, that this box would fit right in. So without further ado, let's get started. Lily, hello, ASMR. Solar-powered smackdowns with Mega Venusaur EX. Keep your Pokemon at full power with help from Mega Venusaur EX. Its solar transfer ability lets you move grass energy among all your Pokemon as you please, ensuring that you're always ready to attack. In this collection, you'll get a playable foil promo card, an oversized lenticular promo card featuring the Mega Venusaur, along with a text sticker for decorating devices, binders, and notebooks. You'll find even more Pokemon inside of a stack of Pokémon TCG boosters. Awesome. First, let's take a quick peek at the special promo card that they included. It's actually pretty cool that they did a promo of the actual Mega Venusaur EX, because usually the promos are like the basic Pokemon with just the regular sparkly border. So I think it's actually nice that they included this in the box. The Mega Venusaur has a really cool ability called Solar Transfer, which lets you move grass energy from one of your Pokemon to another as many times per turn as you want, which is really cool. He also has a whopping 380 HP, which is insane. But because he is a Mega Pokemon, if he gets knocked out, then your opponent gets 3 prize cards. So you have to be careful in that respect. I picked up this little Mega Venusaur figure off Amazon, and based on the photos, I was actually expecting him to be a little bit bigger, but that is okay, because he is tiny and adorable. Roar. As mentioned, they also include this fun deck sticker, which is actually a decent size, so it could be really fun for decorating your binders or like a laptop or something. And apparently it's reusable, which is really cool. I'll have to test it out to see if it actually works. And finally, the box comes with the awesome jumbo card of the Mega Venusaur EX. I really love how they've been doing the 3D lenticular effect on all the recent jumbo cards. It works so well with the Mega Evolution cards because of the layering of the energy around them. Really makes it pop out of the card. That's so fun. I also love the jumbo cards because it gives me an excuse to pull out the awesome jumbo sleeves that I picked up a while back. I love them. They just make me crack up every time I take it out because they're so big. It slides right in there. If you are interested in these jumbo sleeves, I have a link down in the description. But be careful which one you order because there's actually 2 different sizes. The current jumbo cards are slightly smaller, I want to say. I'd have to double check that, than the ones from previous sets. So you have to make sure you're ordering the right size for your jumbo cards. And he is seen here sitting in a very lush looking tree. It's almost like covered in moss, which is kind of cool. And he is munching down on a yummy fruit. Next up, we have a Tyrogue doing some parkour around the city. I always like this card because the artist Okubo always has a really cool repetitive geometric design to their cards, as you can see with like all these air conditioning units. There you go. We have an adorable Sobble, who is basking in the forest and dipping his hands into this little fountain right here. He's so cute. We have our lightning dog friend, the electric, who is zapping its way through a very desolate looking desert area. It stores electricity in its fur. It gives off sparks from all over its body in seasons when the air is dry. We have an item card that is extremely useful for fighting decks. The Premium Power Pro. I always felt like this card just looks like a Gatorade with a Pokemon packaging on it. It's useful because it makes any attacks used by your fighting Pokemon that turn do an additional 30 damage. We have a lovely Dengrowth whipping her vines towards us. I feel like Dengrowth was actually added like a couple generations after Tangela, because I don't remember Tangela actually having an evolution in the original games. We have a very fiery looking goldfish, the GU, who is actually like floating inside of a volcano. It looks like, oh, that was actually like flying. It's fun. It controls flames burning at over 5,400 degrees Fahrenheit. It casually swims through the sea of lava it creates by melting rock and sand. For our first reverse hollow of the pack, we have the Lunatone. When I did my pre-release build and battle for Mega Evolution, I actually got the Lunatone deck, and it's actually very fun to play. It works extremely well with the Mega Lucario card, but unfortunately I didn't actually pull that when I was playing. For our next reverse hollow, we have the adorable Grievard running his way through the forest at dusk. And oh, nice! Awesome start to the night. We have the ultra rare version of Mega Venusaur EX. Oh, that's so fun. I definitely did not have this one yet. So that's awesome. I love the textures that they've been doing for all the mega cards. It has this like really cool like sparkly shimmer to it. It's a little bit subtle, so it's kind of hard to pick up on the camera, but in person it's really cool looking. And I love how these have kind of a shadow reflection of it in kind of a more graphic manga style. Very fun. The nice and sleeved up. Mega Manectric. We have a Greavite, Reverse Hollow, and our Lunatone. Well, that was a fantastic start to the evening. Let's see if we have just as much good luck with our second pack of Mega Evolutions. This one features the Mega Caucascon and his adorable baby. The next QR code for you. One energy to the front. And we begin this pack with a purple psychic energy. Starting off with the sneaky Nugget. Our little fox buddy who is seen here prowling around in the evening. Wonder what chaos he is getting up to. Next up, we have the adorable Milk Tank, who is sitting in the little grassy field and giggling to itself. I love that his attack is called Bellyful of Milk, which lets you flip 2 coins, and if both of them are heads, then you get to heal all damage from one of your Pokemon. I feel like that's such a big risk to take though, because you have to get the 2 energy on him and get both heads, and waste an attack of him being in the main attack area. So I don't know if that's really worth it. We have a lovely Corellia up next, dancing in the sun. It has a psychic power that enables it to distort the space around it and see into the future. Very cool. To go with the adorable Sobble that we found, we have its evolved form, the Drizzile, who is seen here standing in a pond in the middle of the forest and holding a giant glob of water. And to finish out that line, we have his evolved form, the Inteleon, who is looking much more confident in himself and looks like he's been working out a little bit too. It uses special lenses in its eyes to sense things about its opponents, like their body heat, then attack once it identifies a weak spot. We have the item card, Strange Timepiece, which is actually a very interesting item because it lets you devolve one of your evolved psychic Pokemon. So it'd be kind of fun to figure out some cool ways you can utilize this in psychic decks. We have the adorable Shuckle up next. Shuckle. heal 30 damage from any one of your Pokemon as long as he has leaf grass energy attached to him. For our first reverse holo, we have a Hariyama. He actually has a very fun ability called the Heave-Ho Catcher, which lets you, when you evolve into him, you can choose to switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon back into the active spot. So it's basically like a free boss's orders. For our next reverse holo, we have a mighty Pyroar, the evolved form of the Leo. He is seen here breathing out a nice little steady flame in the city. He has an ability called Intimidating Fang, which reads, as long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, then attacks used by your opponent's active Pokemon do 30 less damage to him. And for our rare card in this pack, we have the regular version of the Hariyama. It loves challenging others to test strength. It has the power to stop a train with a slap. That's a fun description. Get him nice and secure. Hariyama. Our reverse Pyroar. And our reverse Hariyama. Moving on backwards into the next set of Destined Rivals. I think actually out of all the sets, I've probably opened Destined Rivals the most. I even won 18 packs of it at Pokemon Worlds for doing one of the side events. So I've been trying to actually master set this one out, but there is still a lot that I'm missing. So hopefully we can come across some of those cards this evening. QR code of the night. One energy to the front. And we begin this pack with a dark energy. First up is an adorable Shroomish. Our little grumpy mushroom buddy. It prefers damp places. By day, it remains still in the forest shade. It releases toxic powder from its head. We have the Stevens Pokemon Skymarie, swooshing at us above what kind of looks like, I can't tell if it's ancient ruins or the top of a tower that's circular. It's a little hard to tell. The Stevens deck was very interesting in concept, but I think it definitely needs some of the Mega Pokemon that's been released more recently to enhance it. We have an Arven's Toad School up next, who's just strolling along in the grasslands. It's funny. The Arven's deck was another that is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, even if he is knocked out, then you get to search your deck for up to 2 Pokemon that have coughing in their name and add them to your bench. Which is extremely handy because the Team Rocket's Weezing has an attack that does more damage based on the amount of coughings and wheezings that are in play. We have a Marnie's Pokemon up next, the Scruffy. I actually love the color design that they did with this shot. It has like a really cool gradient between the purple, pink, and yellow. This has just like really fun punk feel to me. Groups of them beat up anything that enters their territory. Each can spit acidic liquid from their mouth. Lovely. We have an item card up next, the Team Rocket's Grape Ball. This item requires you to flip a coin, and if you get heads, then you can search your deck for any evolution Team Rocket's Pokemon to add to your hand. But if you get tails, then you have to search for a basic. We have a Team Rocket's Orbital up next, which I believe I pulled the full art of as well, which was a really fun designed one. I love how the art on this card, he's like racing down a really high-tech looking hallway. Looks like it's out of a sci-fi movie. The Orbital has an ability called Rocket Brain, which reads, as often as you like during your turn, you may move 1 damage counter from one of your Team Rocket's Pokemon to another. Interesting. For our first reverse holo, we have the Team Rocket's Arbok. He has the ability Potent Glare, which, as long as he is in the active spot, then it makes it so your opponent cannot play any Pokemon that have an ability unless it's a Team Rocket's Pokemon. a lovely Pineco, which I still believe this card looks like it's like a Christmas card. It even has like the green and red coloration and the little sprinkles everywhere. We have a lovely Clamperl up next. Seen here relaxing in her giant shell on the ocean floor. We have a classic Bonita. Our Fire Horse buddy. This card is actually one of 6, I want to say, that are connecting image by the illustrator Ayako Ozaki. It actually spans across a couple of sets as well, so I want to actually put that together at some point. We have a Marnie's Scraggy up next. He features an attack called Crutch that does 50 damage, and you get to discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon, which is pretty cool. And to go with that Marnie's Scraggy, we have another Marnie's Scrafty. The Scrafty has 2 attacks, Rear Kick for 40 damage, and Wild Tackle that does 160, but it also does 30 damage to the Scrafty. We have another Team Rocket's Great Ball. Great Ball. I love how it actually has like the R on the ball. I find it so funny that all the Team Rocket's items, like they actually label it as it's like a Team Rocket, as if that's not too obvious. We have another Orbital. It emits psychic energy to observe and study what's around it, and what's around it can include things over 6 miles away. That's pretty cool. For our first reverse hollow, we have the Hippopotas. I actually love that the design of both the Hippopotas and its evolved form are standing outside of the same cave, but the evolved form is at dusk, whereas the first basic stage is during the daytime. It's a cool little detail. And for our next reverse hollow, we have the Rotom, who is seen here just chilling in someone's living room. Its electricity-like body can enter some kinds of machines and take control in order to make mischief. And for our final card of this pack, we have a Team Rocket's Wobbuffet. To keep its pitch black tail hidden, it lives quietly in the darkness. It is never first to attack. Rotom. actually really enjoy playing the Misty's deck. I know I'm like the only person in the world that does, but it's just such a fun single prizer deck, and it's always hilarious when you take out like a 380 HP Mega Pokemon with just like your little Gyarados floppy fish. It's so fun. Following the statue, we have a Team Rocket's Ekans, who is falling down from the ceiling towards us. We have a lovely Cynthia's Milotic up next. Which, it's funny because like, I know a lot of people play the Cynthia's Garchomp deck, and I don't think I've ever seen anyone playing the Milotic line, which is a shame because I love Milotic as a Pokemon. For our next card, we have a Stadium, the Team Rocket Factory. It's actually pretty handy if you are playing a Team Rocket's deck, because it lets you, if you played a supporter that had Team Rocket in its name that turn, you get to draw 2 cards. We have a lovely Valorandis up next. And I love the art on this card still. It has just such a like beautiful pattern with the flowers. I think those are pansies, I want to say. And just like the coloration and details are so beautiful. It's done by an artist who I usually like a lot of her cards, Masako Tomi. We have the adorable Team Rocket's Houndour for our first reverse holo. I love this card just because he looks like he's trying so hard to be fierce, and he's just tiny and squishy, and I want to give him a hug. For our next reverse holo, we have the Washrotom. I actually don't know if I have the reverse holo of this one yet, so that's always good to get. This Rotom has entered a washing machine. It nods with satisfaction after it floods the surrounding area. And for our rare card, we have the Annihilate. Looks extremely intense on this card. It's like the giant glowing red eyes and this like really intense looking purple energy swirling around him as he rages. He has an ability called Lose Cool that reads, if this Pokemon has 2 or more damage counters on it, then attacks used by him do an additional 120 more damage. Very fun. Washrotom. And our adorable Houndour. Now we're moving backwards even further in time to Journey Together, which was actually another one of my favorite sets to open. There's so many fun cards in this set, and there's definitely a couple of illustration rares that I'm missing. So that would be great if we could come across some of them. We'll start off with this pack featuring Hop and his Savezian. he's just like trying to hide himself amongst all these other regular mushrooms, but he's so much more large than them that he really just stands out. So cute. We have the ends, doing a lovely happy dance in the forest. Although all the ends Pokemon in this set, except for like the Clink line for some reason, are in this like really ethereal, pretty looking forest. We have a card done by one of my favorite artists, Tomokazu Koyama, and it is the Noibat. I've always just loved this one because it has such like a cosmic feel to the background design. Even though it's kind of like, you can tell it started off as a field of flowers, but it just kind of blends into the sky. It's so cool. We have one of my favorite named cards. The item ends PP up. This is an item card for ends decks that let you attach a basic energy from your discard to any one of your benched ends Pokemon. Always gotta read the cards carefully and not try to attach it to your active Pokemon. We have a Pelipper up next, who is the evolved form of the Wingull. He is seen here soaring high above a city, or I guess it's more like a field there. It's kind of fun how the artist designed this card actually, because it has the same kind of like layeredness to it that the actual video game has in the Scarlet and Violet era. We have another item that is specific to Hops decks, the Hops Bag. This item lets you search your deck for up to 2 basic Hops Pokemon to add to your bench. So it's basically like a Buddy Buddy Poffin, but specific to Hop. For our first Reverse Hollow, we have Iono's Wattrel. I actually played Iono's Belly Bolt and Raging Bolt combination deck, which is really fun. What did we get? We got a Swinub. I believe I've already pulled this illustration rare, but that is okay, because it's always good to have extra illustration rares for your trade binder. It's a lovely card though. The Swinub is seen here in a forest that looks like it had actually like snowed recently, and there's all these like little nice piles of snow around these bushes. Oh, that's so pretty. Illustration rare Swinub. So cute. And we have the Iono's Kilowattrel for our final card at the back. The Kilowattrel is actually really handy in the Iono's decks because of his flashing draw ability. You basically like somewhere in N's castle. Next up, we have the adorable Frit, who is seen here wandering down a tree branch in the forest. It raises its offspring inside a long, narrow nest. Once they're old enough, it takes them outside the nest to prepare them for independence. We have a stadium card up next, Postwick, which is specific to Hopsticks and makes it so all Hops Pokemon, both yours and your opponents, do an additional 30 damage when they're attacking the active Pokemon. We have one of my favorites, just because the card just always makes me laugh when I see it. The Klawf. He's just this giant red crab that is standing very obviously on this rock, but it looks like he's like trying to blend in and is just thinking like, please don't spot me, please don't spot me, please don't spot me. It's so cute. We have a stadium that I use a lot actually, Levencia. It's very handy because even though it was technically designed for the Ionos decks, it can be utilized in any deck that uses electric energy because it lets you, once per turn, add 2 basic lightning energies from your discard back into your hand. For our first reverse holo, we have the lovely Corona, who is the evolved form of Larvesta. This Pokemon scatters burning scales. Most of the danger of these scales is not in their heat, it's in the way they rob the surrounding air of oxygen. For our next reverse holo, we have the adorable Caterpie. I love that the artist outlined the Caterpie in white to kind of make it stand out a little bit more, but it makes it feel like a sticker to me. I also love that there is just this tiny piece of the leaf back there, eaten as if he just took a little lunch break before he crawled up the rest of the branch. For our rare card of the pack, we have the Ends Reshiram. Just a regular version. I love the promo card that they included in the booster boxes for this set. It was the full art version of the Reshiram, and it's just such a gorgeous card. According to myth, if people ignore truth and let themselves become consumed by greed, Reshiram will arrive to burn their kingdoms down. It's sleeved up. final QR code of the evening. One energy to the front. And some final tappies for good luck. Alright. We begin with a fighting energy. Pow. Fighting. We have a Delmise up first. Our little ghost anchor friend. I always found like the art on this card just really feels like it's out of the One Piece universe to me. I don't know if it's just because it has like a piratey feel with the wood planks and the ship behind, but I don't know, just the way that it's drawn just gives me One Piece. We have a supporter card, the Black Belts Training. There are 4 variations actually of this card in the set, and it all features the martial artists training in different locations. This one in particular is training outside of a beach on a lovely sunny day. We have a shy little Shelmet up next, who is crawling his way out of a bush. It has a strange physiology that responds to electricity. When together with a Carablast, Shelmet evolves for some reason. We have the adorable Rock Ruff. Our little puppy friend who is just kind of prancing and having just the time of his life outside of this lovely still lake. I love how his attack is called Dig It Up, which lets you look at the top card of your deck and discard it if you choose to. We have the special energy, Spiky Energy, which was a special energy that is useful actually for the Rock Ruff's evolved form, the Lycanroc. And the way this energy works is if it's attached to a Pokemon and they're in the active spot, whenever they are damaged by an attack, you get to put 2 damage counters back onto that attacker. Very handy. We have the evolved form of the Shelmet we just found, the Excelgor. I've just always loved the art on this one. I don't know if it's just like the colors they chose has a very like neon punk Lisa Frank-esque feel to it. But I've just always found it so pleasing. Discarding its shell made it nimble. To keep itself from dehydrating, it wraps its body in bands of membrane. Following the Excelgor, we have a lovely Hops Corviknight, which is the evolved form of the Corvisquire. He has 2 interesting attacks. The first is Shoot Through, which does 50 damage to any one of your opponent's benched Pokemon seen here, just snuggling up in the grass with its log and ready to take a nap. Kamala spent its entire life sleeping. It feeds on leaves that contain a potent poison only Kamala can break down. And for our final card of the night, we have another Ilono's Kilowattrel. It inflates its throat sac to amplify its electricity. By riding the wind, this Pokemon can fly over 430 miles in one day. Very cool. Our Kilowattrel. A lovely Kamala. And a Graveler. Well, friends, that is it for tonight's opening. Thank you so much again for taking the time to hang out with me while I unbox this